Hi there, I'm Jeff Parker, and this is a local Ottawa Artisan store, and this is a small sample of what we have in the mall. We also have a store in the mall, and it's located near the tip top and the second cup. In this market here, it's new this year, and what we do here is that we support our locals, and we allow a venue in the East End for this type of market. So,
do you want to show me some of your favorite products?
One of the favorite products, I like the sauces. I like it.
You gotta pick it up and show me.
Yeah,
hold it up for the camera like Dana White.
Yeah, we got barbecue sauces.
Ooh.
We got different teas, and we got coffees. Anything locally made in the Ottawa area, they make anything and everything. We have soap products, bath bombs. Very cool.
How long have you been in business for?
Well, we started in February this year, but in between the lockdowns and everything else, it's just happy to be open again. So it's happy to be just this year. This is all new this year. So it's going well, and hopefully everybody can enjoy. Yeah, I'm a co-owner of this store, and I'm also a manager for this market.
So what's it like organizing this market?
It was hard work at first, getting people involved, but then once we have our people, our establishment, then it's all right. It's good. It's doing good for local, and hopefully it'll just keep on growing.
Here.
My name's Sonia Brazeau, and I have Aura by Meliora. It's mostly polymer clay and paper earrings that I make, so super light on your ears. Finished with a stainless steel, and I fell in love with polymer when COVID hit because my gemstones were, well, like I said, gemstones were my original business, and women would often say that the gemstones were too heavy on their ears, so I thought, well, dabble in polymer clay and see if I could come up with something, and I went nuts. I went crazy, and yeah, it's been really successful, so I'm glad I tried it out.
Do you want to show me a few of your favorite pieces?
My favorite pieces? Yeah, well, I have what I call my Bambi collection, which is almost like a mixed metallic, but you can wear it in summer, fall with a navy or red, spring with like light blues, pinks. I also like my silk screening
So you made
pieces.
All these earrings?
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Yeah, it was a really long winter, and I have older children, so
you put them to work?
Yeah. And this is like a silk screen that I've started on my polymer clay.
Very cool.
But I have a pair of every collection, so they're kind of all near and dear to my heart.
So you were able to bite down and get a lot of work done during the lockdown?
Yeah. And yeah, I saved 2 hours going to work. I work full time for the government and do this as a side business, and yeah, those 2 hours traveling to and from allowed me to get some of this done.
Following your dream.
Yep.
So I'm guessing that's your website?
It sure is. You can come and visit me at my Etsy shop, and every piece is mostly there, so available to all.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
No problem, thanks.
Very cool. So how long have you been in this business for?
This is our 7th year. Yeah, I've been doing like, a lot of markets, especially like, before it was like, always the Christmas markets.
So are these your own recipes?
Yeah.
So where do you get these great ideas for these tasty?
Like, it was like, in the family, but like, just, working in them, like, during the COVID, we've got those, ones. So we are trying them. Also, we have, this is the clarified butter. And this is homemade clarified butter. So we are here at Spiceful. We have spreads and pickles, and also homemade spices. So the homemade spices are roasted and cleaned, and they are, each spice is used for like, a dish by itself. And also I have the spreads. We have the, like, the olive. And we have olive with pesto, olive with sun-dried tomatoes. These are new, and our famous one is the olive walnut. Also, we have like, pickled salsa, and this is cauliflower and celery and carrots pickled in fresh tomato juice. Yeah, and this is one of our best sellers, and this is new actually. We have also the pickled lemon, and this is lemon pickled in its own juice. Those who are looking for healthy food also, like, there is also a cabbage preserve, and this is preserved in olive oil, and it has like cabbage, parsley, spices, and also bell peppers. Also we have the lemon preserve, and this is preserved in olive oil, and this is also has like lemon and bell peppers and carrots. Also we have set of jams. This is today we have the pumpkin jam with us. And we have the other one is the carrot jam, and the carrot jam is like, orange flavored with cinnamon and
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you. And yours? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well. Hey, boss. Good, how are you doing? So, do you have time to tell the owner?
So it's a group of us. So it's our family-run business.
Oh,
So
okay.
are you familiar with JAMBEL at all? No? So we do a couple things. So I'm from Jamaica. My wife's from Belgium. That's why it's Jamaica, Belgium, JAMBEL. So we do Jamaican and Flemish cuisine. So you'll see things like very typical Jamaican. See the jerk sauce, which is used
Hold it
as
up for the camera.
yeah, which is used as a marinade. You can do things like beef, chicken, fish, and pork. And then you'll also see our aioli, which is very typical of Belgium, which on their fries they don't use ketchup, they'll use a aioli. So you see we have an aioli here. And our jerk hummus, unfortunately, is actually sold out for the time being, unfortunately.
Oh, wow, that's a good sign.
Very popular, very, very popular.
So why is the jerk hummus so popular?
A couple of things. One, it's all about flavor. So any of our products you'll see on the table, it's all about flavor. It's not about heat. The second is that the hummus, a lot of people are looking for vegetable-based items. I'll just back up so I have enough distance here. So you have vegetable-based items. You'll see that with hummus, they like the flavor, because with the jerk seasonings, they have a very unique flavor. What's also very distinct is that we actually sell it frozen. The value of that means if a consumer doesn't want to have it all at one shot, they can leave what they don't in the freezer, because we have small containers. So they'll buy a series of containers, take the one out they wish, and then leave the other ones in the freezer, and it's at their timeline, because typically hummus is sold refrigerated, which means in 7 to 8 days, if you don't finish it, you're throwing it away. So having it frozen extends the shelf life. So people just like the convenience. That works out really well.
And how long have you had this business open for?
We've been at it a little over 8 years, and the last few years went from being a hobby to a business. And so you'll see a little over almost 70 stores in Ottawa carry our products now.
Wow,
Yeah,
congratulations.
So, yeah, thank you. So if you go to our website, you'll see a map of Ottawa. So
What is that website?
it's jambel.cuisine. But that's it. We're foodies. We love what we do. We do a lot of collaboration with other vendors. So you'll see often we'll be at markets and we'll be doing things with other vendors. So a very good friend of mine has an orchard, and what he'll do is he'll do fruit wines. So we've done pairings. So we'll do marinade items with our jerk sauce, and we'll do things like, say, chicken, and then we'll have pair it with one of his wines. So that's worked out quite nicely, and we'll do that with other vendors too, for like breads, the people that do all sorts of things, and it's fun. That's half the fun, is just collaboration, right?
So just before the lockdowns hit, you guys started to get serious about the business, switched over to full-time.
Yeah.
What was it like running this business during the lockdown?
I think not just for us, but during the lockdown, we saw that the affection for local grew. So I think the demand, and we saw this, and a lot of our colleagues saw the same thing, where their demand for the product actually increased. So there were some challenges. It's a lockdown, so you have to sort of, socially distance and make sure everything's compliant. So there were a few challenges financially, because everything is slowed down, so you're trying to just sort of keep the business going. The upside is that I think the typical consumer has reprioritized what they feel are important items to them. So the idea of buying things where they know where the food is coming from, I think is key. Buying local, I think is definitely, and I think it won't go away. I think after everything gets back to normal, whatever that normal is, you will see consumers still looking to buy local. So we think that's just wonderful. Because there's also wonderful spin-offs. So as we explain to people, when we produce, we're buying from our stickers from a local store. The printer, when we do any of our printing, we're putting gas in the car to come to the market. We're filling up the local gas station. So I think the average consumer is starting to see the value to the general community, and I think people are more community-based as well. So to answer the question, yeah, there were a few challenges, but hey, that's life. But all in all, I think the general consumption and the admiration and the affection for local has grown. And that's
okay.
That's us.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks so much. Have a good day. Thanks, guys.
This is my mom and the artist. Our business is called LapisDragon Arts. It is everything is watercolor with pen and ink, and it's garden and flower inspired. You want to talk a bit about your art process, I guess?
Very beautiful pictures of flowers.
Thank you. I work in gardens, so I see most of these in my travels. I just, with the watercolor, I do an impression of what I'm seeing, and then as it's sitting there on the page, I've got my pen and ink, and I can see the picture coming out. So that's my process, basically. I just do the art because the organization part of it is my daughter. She is amazing. She does our website. She's made all these little things to display. She's don't know what to do without her.
Family operation. So do you guys want to show me some of your favorite prints?
Sure.
Oh, you're
Here. So for me, I think one of my personal favorites is definitely the orange lily. I just absolutely love the abstract concept of it and the colors. We also actually have it on one of our tote bags over there. There we go. And we have this really interesting collection of small cards, and some of those, I think one of our new ones is actually Italian Dream, and it's based off of the Italy week. Yeah, that we happen in the summer. Yeah,
that's the closest I'm going to get.
This is one of our new ones right here, right there. And what's one of your favorites, Mom?
I like the Tuscany.
Yeah, you like that one? Yeah.
So, Mom,
Yeah.
what's it been like being an artist during the lockdown?
It's kind of saved me. Between my garden, my garden saved me. But then there's winter. So I looked at all the pictures and things that I'd taken, and I took the art out of that. And just having the summer repeating in my head is what helped me all the way through lockdown. And having people say, hey, I like this, and you know, getting some affirmation, as it were, was very important.
And I heard people can find you on the internet.
Yes, actually, our website is LapisDragonArts.com.
Okay.
We're also on Instagram and Facebook.
So my name's Nikita. I own a bakery in the Byward Market called Delices Bakery. We're here on Sundays right now, and we're selling croissants. We have some decorated sugar cookies, decorated gingerbread, and we do our monster cookies as well.
The monster cookies seems like they're a big seller.
Yeah, they're quite popular. We tend to make larger items to sell at the bakery, so the monster cookies are a big seller. We've got a few different flavors, and we make even more in store.
So are you actually the baker?
Yeah, I'm the baker and the owner. I purchased the bakery about 3 years ago, but I was the head baker and the manager for the bakery for about 6 years.
So what's it been like running this business through the lockdown?
It's been different. We had to go online, so before this we never had a online service, so we didn't take online orders or anything. The closest thing we came to it was Uber Eats or Skip the Dishes. But now we have a full service online website where people can place orders in advance and pick them up at the bakery or have them delivered. So we started that right at the beginning of lockdown, and it was a pretty big hit. We were doing lots of deliveries. We had quarantine cakes where people can have a cake sent to their friend that they couldn't spend time with, and those were a big hit.
Super cool. Do you want to show me some of your favorite products?
So we have right here, we have our gingerbread. We're actually better known for our decorated gingerbread than we are for our decorated sugar cookies. We sell more of those, and we sell them all year round, not just at Christmas time. We have these guys here, which are cookie dunkers. It comes with a 10 sugar cookies and a buttercream dip to dip them in. It's similar to Dunkaroos. And these are my personal favorite. There are cookie prescriptions. So if you read the bag, it tells you to eat 1 or 2 a day as needed.
Doctor's orders, of course.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing special in them, but they are quite good.
So what do you dislike most about being a baker?
Being covered in flour constantly. It's in my hair, it gets in my clothes, and there's lots of laundry being done, and it just gets everywhere. That's the biggest thing.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thanks for doing this.
Just don't look at the camera and you and I are talking. Hi.
Hi.
So what's your name, and tell me about your stall?
So my name is Grace, and I run Buddding Rose Custom Designs, and basically this business came to be when little one was born. I needed something to do on my time off. I was a single mom, full-time student, needed something to get the income flowing, and I came up with this. So I design everything from tumblers to t-shirts, custom pencil cases, you name it, I've pretty much done it. I guess it's a club called Locally Hated. I'm actually part of the club, so I have one on my car as well. This is another vinyl decal here. It's an alternative version of Alice from Alice in Wonderland. This one was made custom for a friend of mine. I've got another one on the way. These two guys here, they were made for Pride Month in June. They are color changing tumblers, so when you put a cold liquid in them, the tie-dye actually pops to be very, very bright in color. And then I'm sure everybody sees these all over the internet. They're custom Starbucks tumblers. These are color changing as well. They get like little flames on the inside in color, but I've made this guy here. This one in honor of all of our nurses and PSWs for the craziness that they've been dealing with for the past year and a half now.
Cool.
And we've got one with butterflies as well. This one's a fan favorite. Different colors are always available.
So how long have you been in business for?
So I've been in business for just shy of a year.
Okay. So you started right during the lockdown.
Yeah. So that was, I had little one home with me full time. The daycares were closed down. I was out of school, out of work, pretty much out of everything. So I needed something to do, and this kind of got my start here.
What was it like running this business during the lockdown and starting it up?
It was definitely slower than most established businesses would have been. I started at home with a Cricut machine and a crazy toddler running around trying to get things done. Building my brand was definitely harder, but the community has definitely made it easier. I've had a lot of local small businesses reaching out to me offering to help and share resources and things like that, and it's definitely made it easier.
Have you been able to make the jump online?
I have definitely made the jump online. With COVID, that's kind of how I got my start. I was very fortunate that way.
Where can people find you online?
People can find me on Facebook and Instagram under my business name, Budding Rose Custom Designs, and I'm also on Etsy under Budding Rose Creations because Custom Designs was taken.
Okay, well, very cool. Thanks very much for your time.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, sure. What would you like to know?
Give me the whole spiel.
So, I am Between Ditches. I'm from Braeside, Ontario. I'm a stay-at-home mom that just kind of started making things and selling them, I guess.
Cool.
I harvest wood off of family property and cut it and dry it myself to make wood burning items. I do trivets and coasters right now, but I can do like custom work. So people send me pictures of their animals and I do portraits of that. I also do crochet, garden goods, sourdough bread, and
Can you tell me some of your favorite coasters?
them all, I guess. These
Okay,
two
if I
are
force you to choose.
these two are a favorite of everybody's. And then a lot of people like the line drawings. The little beanies for babies are pretty popular, and then the sourdough. And I just don't have produce today because I'm in the middle of seasons.
So walk me through what it takes to make a coaster like this.
From like the beginning, I go out in the bush and I look for either dead wood or a tree that's dying to be harvested properly. I won't take a nice live tree, that's just not fair to the system. And then I cut it either with chainsaw or table saw. And then it gets dried, which can take 2 weeks to a couple months depending on how I do it. And then I have like a wood burning pen thing. I don't know the proper name for it. Wood burning pen that I burn the designs on.
How long have you been doing this business for?
The wood burning I just kind of picked up in the winter. I've been doing baking and selling produce for years on the side, and just kind of with COVID started, I guess people became more interested in homemade stuff, and then it just started picking up, and then it was suggested that I come here, and here I am.
Is this your first time here?
No, we've been here for 3 weeks now.
Okay.
So we're newbies.
And can people find you on the internet?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, Between Ditches, and I don't have a business card because I'm
I'm zooming in right there.
super new.
Yeah, we're the new kids.
New kids on the block.
That's
Without the super hits.
Yeah.
Well,
No
I support
singing
you. You want to tell me about this side?
So I have the same sort of thing, a little home-based bakery called the Wry Raven Bakery.
Yeah.
I'm also a stay-at-home mom. We're long-term, I would say probably lifelong friends. But I kind of dabble in sourdough. So this is what I call long ferment sourdough. So I use a natural wild yeast culture that I grew 5 years ago when I was on mat leave with my firstborn. And so I've just kind of developed different breads with the help of the internet and all those good things. And I try and use locally sourced ingredients. I grow a lot of the stuff myself. What else? lots of good stuff. All of the flours are locally milled. The farthest that I go is Montreal for the white. And the barley, the rye, the hard red wheat flour all come from the Ottawa Valley Grain Mill in Carp. So short food miles, short ingredients list, and just really good kind of traditionally made sourdough, I would say.
Very cool. And can people find you on the internet?
Yeah, so right now I only have an Instagram because, like I said, we're kind of in the walking before we run stage, but I'm at the Wry Raven Bakery on Instagram, and people can place pre-orders for the market every other Sunday, or I do have a subscription service that I can talk about on there too.
Now, this all looks so tasty. Would you be able to show me your favorite baked good here?
So, this is a tricky one. I would say probably for a regular like eating bread, the bacon sourdough is really good. If you like grilled cheese, club sandwiches, next level French toast, the bacon sourdough is really popular, but the caramelized onion and thyme focaccia is almost like French onion soup in a bread, I would say.
Okay, well thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you.
All natural bath and beauty products. So we decided to create some shea butter scrubs, loofah massage bars, bath fizzies, and our biggest seller right now is our foot soaks, which all the people love. Different scents, and we have our lip balm and lip scrub duo.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how long have you been in business for?
We launched this in beginning of December. We decided to go into business together, my best friend and I, who's also named Jenn, hence the Jenn and Jenn shop. We decided to do something and see how it went, and it blew up. And here we are, a couple months later, and loving it.
Congratulations, I love to see people following their dreams.
Thank you.
So you've showed us your best sellers. Now, do you want to tell us what goes into making these?
We carefully choose our products. We want to make sure we're using all natural products, products that don't have any fillers, and we test. There's a lot of research done as well, and we test the products out to make sure that we're providing a quality product.
Well, that's very important. So you just started during the lockdown. What have been some of the challenges of running this business during the lockdown?
Challenges would be our products smell so good, so it's really hard to show people how good they smell in a picture. So when you're doing it online, it's very, very different. That's been a struggle, but so far we've kind of managed to get through it, and now we're here and people can smell our products from a couple blocks away. So they tell us.
And can people find you on the internet?
Yes, so we do have an Instagram and we do have a Facebook. We do have a website, jennandjenn.shop.
Okay, well Jenn, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
So my name is Jasmine.
I'm Josh.
This is Josh. So the business that we're here for is Cups and Cakes. It's a home-based baking business specializing in custom cakes and different desserts. So today I'll show you what we have on display. We have 5 different cupcake flavors. They're the top 5 menu items that we have at the moment. So it's a chocolate batter with Nutella filling. This is actually the #1 on the menu at the moment. It's a carrot cupcake with lemon and coconut pineapple. This is vanilla with strawberry filling, classic lemon, and then red velvet with cream cheese frosting.
Okay, so how long has this business been open for?
So actually, we used to live in Toronto, and we brought everything over here because there was some better opportunities that presented itself. So we're building her base here in Ottawa, and what we're trying to do is get the brand awareness out, as she specializes in custom cakes and every dessert you could possibly think of, she'll make it for you.
2 years in
so
total.
she's the baker.
Yes.
She's the baker.
Yeah. 2 years in total that we've been operating in total, but here in Ottawa we've been around for 6 months. Yeah.
Okay, well, you're a Canadian business.
That's
it's all
right.
the same.
Yes. Yeah.
So are cupcakes your specialty, or are they just the biggest seller?
They are the best way to showcase the flavors that I have in a market like this, but my specialty for sure is definitely custom cakes. So fondant cakes, buttercream cakes. I've done everything from kids' birthday parties to bachelorettes and weddings. So I kind of do cakes for every occasion, and that's number one on the list.
So how long have you been baking for?
Oh, 5+ years, but for here again, 2 years in total.
Okay. And what was it like baking during the lockdown? Were you able to get lots of stuff baked, or?
There was a big pause for a while because, of course, no events were going on, so cakes weren't being pumped out for occasions. No one was getting together. But that being said, I started offering mini cakes to kind of compensate that, and they're meant for 2 to 3 people, and that's been probably my most popular thing in the last few months. Yeah.
Very cool. So I don't know if you could sell cupcakes on the internet, but do you have an online presence?
I do actually, yeah. So you can find me on Instagram at Cups and Cakes. I also have a website, cupsncakesto.com. I have a full menu there with all of my pricing online.
Very interesting. So what are you hoping for the future of this business?
Ideally, a storefront would be wonderful. It is really a one-woman show with some support at times from home, but a storefront would be wonderful for the business. Yeah.
Very cool. Can you tell me some of the differences between running the business before the lockdown and then during the lockdown, kind of?
Yeah, for sure. So for me, prior to the lockdowns, I was again based in Toronto, so I had a really big client base there. I would say I probably had on average 7 to 10 orders a week, so it was quite busy. Weekends were back to back for me, and then when the lockdown hit, a lot of the orders were canceled. So everything that I had planned for 2 to 3 months in advance kind of got wiped out, and we're slowly starting to get back into business. So things are starting to pick up, but it went from being very, very busy to not having any free time to having all the time in the world. Yes.
Delivery methods have changed as well. How you go about delivering it, how people pick it up, trying to make everything contactless and make everybody feel comfortable to be able to pick up and drop off the desserts that they've ordered and whatnot. I think that's one of the biggest things that's changed throughout the lockdown, at least that I've noticed on the operational side of things.
What do you think is the biggest differences between Ottawa and Toronto?
I'd say that Ottawa's a big city with a small city feel, so the people are a lot friendlier, I find. And I find that there's a lot more events that happen here in terms of get-togethers and hey, whose house are we going to, what backyard are we going to, and what park are we meeting at, as opposed to Toronto is much more of like, hey, what restaurant are we going to, what bar are we going to, or etc. At least that's our notice. It's a little tricky to gauge that just because moving in a lockdown is very difficult to actually be able to talk to people. But yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for your time, guys.
Thank you.
Hi. How are you doing?
Good, you?
Good. Do you have time to talk about your business on camera? Hi. So what's your name, and tell me about your business?
Yeah, so my name is Jessica. My business is Blue Nebula Works. So I make space and pop culture themed jewelry to add a splash of geek to your life.
So can you show me a few of your favorite pieces?
Yeah. Well, my earrings are usually my favorite. I'm not wearing them because of my mask.
Grab them and hold them up like...
Right now, these ones are my favorite. They're made out of resin, and they're themed after Harry Potter chocolate frogs.
Okay, pretty cool.
And other than that, so I have some like these that I hand paint on the back of the glass. So each one is unique. And then I have others that I use prints for.
So I noticed you have a Stargate shirt on. What's the writing underneath that?
I don't know actually. I know it's the Earth symbol, but yeah.
You know what it is? I think it's a gate address.
Oh yeah.
Of Earth, probably.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, probably. It's made from a local seller as well. Hopscotch Designs. Yeah.
Cool. Have you been able to make the jump onto the internet?
I little bit. I have my own website, so bluenebulaworks.ca.
Okay.
And I'm on social media, so Facebook, Instagram.
And what's it been like selling jewelry on the internet?
The internet has been different. Before COVID, I did mostly in-person shows. So I've been trying to adapt to a website. I'm part of the Ottawa Artisans store as well. It's definitely been different. I've been trying to get used to like the marketing and stuff, so it hasn't been as popular. But
How long has this business been open for?
I've been doing it as a hobby for about 12 years now. But I started full-time at it about 2 years ago.
Oh, well, congratulations.
So, yeah. Thank you.
So what was it like running this business during the lockdown?
Not very busy. My main shows I used to do were like Comic-Cons, so like Ottawa, Montreal, Quebec City. So I travel for these big geek shows a lot, so the lockdown definitely took some adjusting. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
No problem, thank you.
Sure, so my name is Natalie, or Natmez, and I own Stay Groovy Art. So everything is handmade, and my best sellers here are the vinyl bowls and the Stay Groovy shirts that I'm wearing right now. So I design them on Photoshop and then get them printed. And then you can also catch me at music events doing live art, like murals or even on wood or canvas.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what does live art look like?
So basically, at the events that I do art at, there's a separate tent for live artists, and you can kind of go see the artist make the art on the spot. Yeah, that's basically it.
Artists, music events, and these events of like have been hit hard by the lockdowns.
Yeah.
What's it been like for you over the last year and a half?
It's been pretty quiet. I've been selling a lot on Instagram, so you can follow me at Stay Groovy Art on Instagram. And we're kind of just starting to get back into it, so we're throwing events, and I've been gathering some artists from around Ottawa to make some paintings or sculptures, and we're all just really excited to get back out there. Yeah.
And how long have you been doing this for?
Just a couple of years, actually. I started the business maybe last year officially, but I was in art school for a bit, so I was kind of dabbling and experimenting with different things. So this is the official Stay Groovy Art business.
Cool.
Yeah.
Could you grab one of these groovy bowls and show me?
Yeah, so they're made of real vinyl records. I put them in the oven for about 10 minutes and then put them in a bowl, and they take shape. And then once they cool down, they just harden and ready to go. Here's the back.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
And so you already told me where people can find you on the internet. Can you tell me which art school you went to?
I went to Ottawa U, or University of Ottawa, in the Fine Arts program.
And what was that like, leaving school and then coming out into the real world?
It was pretty interesting. I mean, the program is very based on like fine arts, which is kind of very hard to describe it. I don't even know. But fine arts, yeah, is different than the art I make. It's a bit more like artisan based. So transitioning was kind of hard from going to like galleries and museum type art to things that people want to buy on the streets, or even murals like street art. It's a different demographic even who likes the art, so I find it hard to kind of find the right demographic, but once I did, especially at the music events, like that's really where my art thrives.
Yeah. So I bet you can't wait for those to come back.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have anything booked for the future?
I do, yeah. I'm actually kind of a resident artist at Undercover events, which is run by PNP Records. So they throw electronic music events, and they have a bunch of artists come every event to do some live art and also have some decor sometimes. So the next one actually is on August 6th, and you can find all the information on that on Instagram as well.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, miss. Stay groovy.
Stay groovy.
what's your guys' names and tell me about your business?
I'm Sam.
And I'm Samu.
And we make really delicious jams and pickled items. So we have 4 different jams and 3 pickled items, and we also make barbecue spice. We're in the Saint Laurent Market store, and we've been doing this for just over a year now.
Do you want to tell me what goes into making this jam?
So all of our jams are made just with the berries that the jam is made with. So we have raspberry, blackberry, strawberry, rhubarb, and peach raspberry. Everything just has regular sugar in it, gluten-free, and because we use pectin instead of gelatin, everything is vegan as well.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
And over on this side, I see we have some more jam.
Yeah, so these are more tote jams. We have a peach raspberry, which is kind of like a peach raspberry lemonade. I think it's my favorite one.
Yeah, and the pickled items here, all of the pickled items are low in sugar, which is great. So we have our pickled beets. They're our grandmother's recipe, actually, so they're very popular. They have clove in them, which makes them, you know, that little prick of spice, which is why we named them how we named them.
Cool. So how long has this business been open for?
We opened up in January 2020, so it's been just over a year or so. Because of the pandemic, we actually did quite well last year because everyone wanted to support local. So it was a great year for us to start our business.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So have you guys made the jump online?
Yeah, we're on the Ottawa Artisans store right now. Online, we're also in the store. But that's how we started our business, was directly through the Ottawa Artisans store, and kind of took off from there.
Great for them. Well, that happens when it's good products.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to show me some of your favorite products?
So my favorite is probably, I love the pandemic pickled onions. We came out with them last summer, so very fitting name. They're made kind of like to be a Mexican style pickled onion, so they have lime juice in them, and they're really good on tacos, burgers, everything like that.
Yeah.
What's it been like running this business during the pandemic?
It started out kind of rocky. We didn't really know how we were going to, you know, function with all of this. Because of the Ottawa Artisans online store, it worked out really well for us. We kind of took off. Luckily, we did offer free delivery all of last year, which really kind of got us out there, which was great. And, you know, contactless delivery, contactless pickups, it worked out well for us. We didn't really find any slowdown post-pandemic, during the pandemic.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Oops, sorry.
And then there's this one. Wow. It's like a rock formation in Iceland.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hi.
I missed you guys last time I was here.
Awesome.
So, you guys want to tell me about your business?
Sure. Yeah. So we're a local metal shop. We're a home business. We do all sorts of CNC metal work. We're fabricators and welders as well. We kind of cater our display to, you know, the wall art and craft stuff, but we do, you know, fitness equipment, signs for other businesses and stuff. So yeah, this is our first go at it. We've been in operation for about a year, and no looking back.
Let me just get a quick shot of everything. So, is all this the same kind of metal?
Yeah, it's all steel. We do a variety of work though. We could work with stainless, copper, aluminum, but steel's our bread and butter, and yeah.
Can you tell us some of the advantages and disadvantages of working with steel?
The advantages of steel, it's very forgiving. If you make a mistake, you could put some more metal into it, and it's a very eco-friendly product. Most of the steel in circulation in the world is recycled. Most of the steel we get is recycled, and all our leftovers go right back to the scrapyard and get recycled.
Cool. Do you want to show me some of your favorite pieces?
Our favorite pieces, our most popular, and we like them, is the birds. Like, it's a fairly recognizable product, but we kind of made it our own with the coloring and stuff. So that's something we've enjoyed do. A lot of people get excited and tell us where they're going to put it, so that kind of makes us pretty happy. You know, some people put them in trees and sheds, and it's kind of cool. It's a nice little decor feature that can go in anybody's place.
And can people find you on the internet?
Yeah, absolutely. www.soldarmetals. We're online, our website, Facebook and Instagram is where we put all our pictures and stuff. And yeah, follow our journey. I know, like I said, we're a pretty new company, and we have a bunch of new products every week, every day. We're putting in new stuff.
So, are you would you consider yourself an artist?
An artist? Yeah, absolutely. This is. It's definitely something that we didn't have any education in. We just kind of learned, and we turned it into our craft. So even like when we developed a fitness product of fitness products, that it was really from the first one to the 30th one we made. It's been a huge process, and it's truly art when you see it assembled. It's
Those must have been big sellers during the lockdown.
Yeah, absolutely. We rolled with the punches. We made our first one in January, and sold a lot up until then. And like I said, it was definitely a process learning how to design something like that. But yeah, we persevered.
Very cool. Can you give us just a little tease on some of the products you're working on for the future?
Products for the future. We are expanding our fitness line. So on top of our squat racks, we make hex bars, benches, basically everything you would need in a home gym or a commercial gym. Other products in terms of artwork, we're really looking to expand some of this kind of stuff. So landscapes, mountain landscapes, forest, lakes and stuff. Where's another one? Kind of like this. So we're going to do big, larger panels and stuff. People put them on walls. Some people use them as privacy screens and stuff. But that's where we could really let our artistry shine. So we're really excited to develop those.
Very cool. Well, thanks a lot for your time, guys.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Question.
Let's start off with an easier question. Redo. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name, and tell me about your stall?
I'm Becky, and I make household products with a focus on zero waste.
Can you show me a few of your favorite products?
Sure. I am a big fan of our produce bags. They're great to take along to the grocery store. They weigh very little, and they help keep your produce. I prefer to put it in cloth over plastic. And then my other favorite product is the unpaper towel. It's flannel with a double layer of flour sack towel. It's really absorbent for spills. It's really great for spills when you've got kids or anyone who's spilling around the house.
Cool. That's almost like an invention. What's a beeswax wrap?
It is a piece of cotton covered with beeswax, pine resin, and a little bit of jojoba oil so that it has some antimicrobial properties. It's to replace a saran wrap, and you can use it anywhere you would use saran wrap except for on raw meat.
Very interesting. So you have two products I've never even heard of before. Do you have anything else I haven't heard of?
I'm sure you've heard of it. I also have snack bags for the kids and for adults too for lunches. So they're handy. They go in the lunch bag. They take up less room than a plastic container. They're machine washable, hang to dry, and you go ahead and use them again. And I've been using mine for over 3 years.
Very interesting. How long have you had this business open for?
I'm coming into my 3rd year in November.
And so you've been in business for 3 years now.
Yep.
What's it been like running this business during the lockdown?
It's been challenging, but I am I have a lot of connections in my community, so I've had a lot of support in bringing out new products and having a lot of support from the people around me.
It sounds like you're following your dream.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. So what's the full dream?
I didn't really have a dream. I just kind of opened it and went with it, and I've just been having fun with it. And I just take it day by day and see what comes.
Very cool. What advice would you give to other young people who want to start up their own business in Canada?
You do not need to invest thousands of dollars to start. Start small and grow from there. Is my biggest piece of advice.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
your business.
So I'm Dominique.
I'm Annabelle.
And we're from Cider's Apple Treats, and we make dog treats.
So what goes into making a typical bag of Cider's Apple Treats?
So we have 2 flavors. On top is our mango colada. So it's mangoes, apples, and coconut. And at the bottom, it's our original apple recipe. So it's apples, pumpkin, and peanut butter.
So do dogs consider apples treats?
Because they're sweet. So it's like a nice treat for them.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
And you guys sell some other pet products as well. Is it all dogs or cats get in here at all?
We're working on cat stuff because a lot of people have either cats or dogs and cats. So we're working on a cat recipe as well. But we have a paw and nose balm for dogs. We have dog mom and dog dad keychains, and then some tote bags as well.
And how long has this business been open for?
For a year now.
And can people find you on the internet?
Yeah, we have a website. It's at cidersappletreats.ca. We have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Yeah.
All on social media,
Yeah.
like any young person.
Yes. I don't know.
Or were there any?
It started during the pandemic. I started last year, so I can't really compare it to before the pandemic.
What's it been like running this business during the lockdown?
It's been alright. It's been doing pretty well because I think a lot of people are doing some more online shopping. It's convenient. I ship, or I also do pickup at my house. And I do this market, I do the Navan market and the Cumberland market. So we're pretty available.
So I heard there's some cat treats coming. Can you let us know if there's any new dog treat flavors in the works?
Yeah, we have a late summer recipe coming out. It's going to be pineapple.
Oh, that sounds
Apple
exciting.
and pineapple, yeah.
So do you have any dogs yourself?
I do. So this is Cider. She's the the puppy CEO of the company. She's a rescue. She's going to be 6 in September. Then I also have a 12-year-old husky, Jenny.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
So what's your name and tell me about your business?
So my name is Taylor and the business name is Chemistry. The reason behind that being that I have my PhD in chemistry, and then this has been my creative outlet, trying to figure out ways to play with wood effectively. I've always had a fondness for the aesthetic of wood. I'm from Thunder Bay. We have a lot of trees. We have a lot of storms. I want to blow them over, so I'm kind of left with an abundance of materials. And like everyone else, when the pandemic hit, I had far too much time on my hands and needing a creative outlet. And so I thought this was the best time to dive in and start playing around with things.
So you just started this business during the lockdown.
Yeah.
And we've seen lumber prices rose almost 3,000%.
Oh yeah, it's been wild.
So has this affected your business at all?
It has not, because I am basically in any way trying to recycle, upcycle, reclaim wood, or just make my own lumber. So I haven't really been needing to purchase any lumber. So it's been convenient in that capacity. But like some of the pieces will be like, this is barn wood, so you have a fallen down, dilapidated barn somewhere and you end up free material at that point. Or if those trees have fallen down, I'm trying to cut my own lumber out of that. And so it's kind of a learning curve for me to get over to how to make the lumber, but also free materials again.
Cool. Can you pick up and show me some of your favorite products?
I would
favorite
definitely.
pieces, I should say.
Yeah. So this piece underneath here It started off as a passion project.
Wow.
It is 17 different species of tree, and they're just the branches that are cut and really cleaned up and sanded down to really bring out the grain. They're all trees that came from where I grew up, the home property, so it had started off being something like bringing home with me wherever I went. And they're really tedious to put together, just because you're building a puzzle where you don't know what the end picture is going to be, and just to really fill in all the spacing of it. But I think it comes out very well. It'll look great on the wall, and can't go wrong with that, bringing it home with you. I also love these big tree prints like this. This one is effectively, they look like a fingerprint, but it's basically the fingerprint of the tree, right? So what you do to make these is, if you have a cross cut of a tree, you sand it down, get it as flat as possible, and the rings themselves are hardwood. In between the rings are softwood. So if you torch that and burn it, the softwood burns out quickly. You can scrape it down with a wire brush, and now all of your rings effectively have popped, so you have a stamp. So you can apply your paint and your inks and then do rubbings with paper and pull it off, and you end up with a transfer. So like this piece right here ended up being right there. So you get to see everything about that, see how the branches come right from the heartwood. And so yeah, they're fun because it's giving a tree that's fallen over new life.
I've heard a lot of people say that Thunder Bay is pretty stinky because of the pulp and paper mill. Is this true?
I mean, if you're around that pulp and paper mill, yeah, you're gonna smell something and wonder who's responsible for it until you realize it's the smokestack. But it has improved pretty greatly over the years. From when I was a kid, it used to really stink up the place, but it's good now.
So what's it been like being an artist during the lockdown?
I wouldn't call myself an artist because I'm just basically considered fooling around with what I'm making here, but it's been fun. It's been a necessary outlet for me and my creativity since I can't get into the lab. So it's been interesting, right? It's just something, trying to make lemonade out of the lemons that we're all been given.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
My name is Illusive. I'm the artist and owner behind Illusive Artworks. It is all about art inspired by mental health. I got into creating art because I struggle with my mental health. I've always struggled with mental illness, and expressing that creatively helped me work through some of it, but more so it helped me feel okay with that. And when that feeling extended to people who were viewing my art, I realized I might be able to produce or create a business that benefited others as well as myself. So I started, Illusive Artworks, and I donate a portion of every sale to the Canadian Mental Health Association, try and further that cause. And yeah, it's all just crazy kind of experimental expressions. Other than that, very different work. I specialize in portraits, but it's not all I do. I've got one bird item here. So a lot of my clothing too, I try to do sustainable stuff. I try to do that wherever I can. So these are all upcycled apparel that I thrifted or otherwise sourced sustainably, and then it's painted by hand.
So how long have you been trying to sell your work for?
I first started in January 2019, and it's been pretty up and down since then. I've taken a number of breaks. I didn't have a lot of faith in myself for a long time, but I've gotten very serious about it since March of this year.
During the lockdown, a lot of artists had a lot of free time. Were you able to get a lot of work done?
I found it helped a little bit. I did get a little bit more time, but I have a son at home, a 3.5-year-old, and I was working full-time at the beginning of the pandemic, so at first it almost felt like my life got more chaotic. But when I chose to switch to this full-time, I definitely found it helpful in ways.
And can you show me a few of your favorites?
Absolutely. I'll start with this lady because this is one of the first pieces I did when I got into portrait art, and it was a very authentic and emotional piece that sort of poured out of me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that one. It's called Get Me Away From Myself. That's definitely one of my favorites. This is a print of an acrylic piece that's much larger, and it was one of the first portraits I did this year of that quality. I learned some new skills. Like I love this, but it's a little flatter. I think you can see the dimensional difference. So this is a piece I'm really proud of because it shows me where I got to this year.
Were you able to make the jump onto the internet?
The internet is not my friend yet. I'm doing a great job of slowly growing the social media side of things.
So where can people find you on the internet?
So I have a really active Instagram page, Illusive_artworks is a really good place to find me. But then I also have my own website, which is just illusiveartworks.com. So that's where you can view any of the available items for sale. But on social media, I also try to share a bit of my story and try and connect a little bit more with the product and what went into it, you know, behind the scenes.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much. This was really fun.
Hi, my name is Anik. 2 years ago I started the business LapisDragon Creation. I am very passionate about gemstones, so I started to make jewelry 2 years ago, and this year I extend in buying raw stone, crystal, tumble stone, all kind of stone all around the world. So I have a lot of fun to create with them and do different kind of jewelry. So I can do different kind of custom pieces if you want. I do mala, bracelet, earrings, pendant, all kind of thing you would like.
Very interesting. Can you
Thank you.
show us a couple of your favorite pieces of jewelry you've made?
Yeah. What is very popular, it's for example those chakra bracelets. So all of the stone has a meaning. With lava stone as well. Lava stone, you can put essential oil on it. So people like to wear their oil, so you can put some drop and it lasts few days. So Tree of Life with gemstone is another kind of popular thing because Tree of Life represents life, but represent family as well. Like the roots are our ancestor, the trunk is our family, and the branch and the leaves are the children and the grandchildren of the family. Yeah.
So I've been told that sometimes special stones can have special properties.
Yeah, the stone has supposed to have healing properties. So the Crystal Healer is my favorite book. So the book has different all of the gemstone, and they explain where they are from and what they do. And sometimes it's go by color, and the color is associated to one of their of the chakra. So all of them has property. For example, pink quartz.
Yeah, show me.
Pink quartz, it's the heart chakra, so it's mean love, self-love, family, relationship, friendship. It's it's good for calming as well. So yes.
What is the green for?
The green is the same, is the heart chakra, so aventurine like those one. Amazonite is for heart chakra as well.
And you started this business just kind of as the lockdown was starting out?
It was the year before.
Oh, okay,
and
so
I
just
started
before.
to make markets on weekends and during summertime. So it's fine, it's a nice social activity as well. We meet nice people. Local people like to support locals, so I'm a local business, so I'm very happy with what I'm doing.
And are you on the internet?
Yes, I have a website, but I'm more on social media. Instagram and Facebook are more popular, so this is my where I promote my stuff.
Okay, well, So, can you show me your favorite stone that's over here?
My favorite stone is actually it's the amethyst, because amethyst it's my birthstone, February. So this one is beautiful because it's from Uruguay and is the most beautiful color of amethyst. We have amethyst in Canada, but a little bit different. So this one is from Uruguay. The color is really purple, dark, and almost perfect. So yeah, what about what I do?
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You as well. Hi.
Hi.
So, what's your name, and tell me about your business?
So my name's Natalie, and I'm here with Just About Right. We do a lot of mixes that go in jars. So like this one here is Oreo. They're really easy to make. They make cookies. You just need to add a little bit of milk, some butter, and 1 egg. Everything in one bowl. Put them on a cookie sheet into the oven. They're all done. So we have a lot of different kinds. We have like chocolate and sprinkles, salted caramel and marshmallows. And recently we've added a protein ball mix.
Oh.
Super yummy. All you need to do is add a little bit of honey, a little bit of water, roll them, set them in the fridge, and they're good to go. And they got a lot of fun stuff in there, like chia seeds and sunflower seeds, a little bit of chocolate for some sweetness. We also have a cookie, roll-out cookie mix for dogs. You roll it out just like you would a sugar cookie, and then you can use a cookie cutter and cut them in your favorite shape for your dog. And then you can do this with the kids if you want, and if they eat a little bit of it, it's okay because it's all human safe. And we have some lemonade mix. You just drop it right into a pitcher with some water, about 6 cups, and you have a full pitcher of flavored lemonade.
So, how long have you had this business open for?
Ooh, just under a year.
Okay.
On October, we're creeping up on our first year.
So, what's it been like your first year of business?
It's been it's been fun. It's been a little bit a learning curve too, just because with the pandemic and all that, but we've got to meet some really good vendors and they've helped us along the way. But a lot of learning, a lot of hard work, but it's been paying off. We've been enjoying it, and a lot of fresh air in the markets.
Have you been able to make the jump onto the internet?
Yes, so we are on Facebook, on Instagram, and we do have a website also, www.justaboutright.ca.
So how did you perfect these recipes just right?
By making them about 1,000 times and adjusting them a little bit every time until we got the right recipe and made it so that the consumer had the least amount to add to them. So you really just add just a tiny little bit. It's 1 egg, a 1/4 cup of milk, and 1/2 cup of melted butter. So you don't even need to worry about what type of the butter, what it's like. You just melt it right in the microwave, nice and easy. And that's what we wanted. There's nothing that I hate more than to buying a mix of something and then you have to add 10 million ingredients. Us is 3 small ingredients and you're done.
Some Canadians are sitting at home right now scared. They want to start up their own business, but what advice would you give to them?
I think just go for it. Start small. Reach out to your friends and have them help you on social media just by posting, liking, sharing. Those are all free things that you can do and your friends, your family can do. And it goes a long way. And you'll see it's very rewarding, even at your first sale. Even if it takes 2 weeks to get that first sale in, and then it's the first of many.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for coming to talk to us.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Martine.
And tell me about your business.
I make slime for children, so it's a sensory toy. I make different textures. I've got some glossy, some cloud slime, which is the most coveted slime because it's fluffy and soft. I've got butter slime. I make do-it-yourself slime kits as well. I didn't bring them to the market, but I do have those as well. I host birthday parties, and I prepare loot bags and party favors. And yeah.
Do you want to show us some of your favorite slimes?
Sure. One of the most I'm gonna show you this one. This one is called Water Bubbles, and it's a foam slime. So it's got some foam beads on top, which create texture. So when you're playing with that, it's like popping bubble wrap. So it creates air pockets.
Kids love that.
And it's awesome. Very good for relaxation, fine motor skill development, concentration. And then, so that's what we call a foam slime. And then we have cloud slimes. I'll show you this one. So cloud slime, like I was saying, is a little bit more fluffy. It's made with polysodium acrylate, which is the same thing they use in diapers. So it absorbs 100 times its weight in water, and it makes it fluffy. So this one's called the Pond. And they're all scented differently. So there's a different scent profile. So the idea is to engage most of the senses, except for taste, obviously, because you don't want to eat that. So I try not to make it look too much like food. But yeah, and then we have jelly slime. Jelly slime is a different texture. It feels like a gel. So again, it's made with the same component as this, but made in a different way. So it makes it more jelly-like rather than fluffy. So that's, and this one's called gummy bear jelly.
Oh yeah, I see.
And you can't tell, but there's a gummy bear in there. They call them charms. So they all have a little toy or something inside as a little treat, because kids just love putting things in their slime, pulling things out of their slime. So I try to keep it fun.
What's the doing this business during the lockdown been like?
Challenging. I had to switch to online for the most part.
And so what's your website called?
It's SophieSillySlime.com, so www.SophieSillySlime.com. A lot of S's, but you can do .ca and you'll get to me as well. And yeah, so I've switched over to online. I created my website. It's been challenging, but with the farmers markets, it's helped us. You know, because they were one of the only ones that were able to operate. So we were able, that kept me going a bit last year. After Christmas, I mean, it's difficult as it is to begin with, and it was worse with COVID. But you know, we try to do the best that we can, and we truck along and keep going. I've been in business for 3 years. Okay. It's going to be 3 years in October.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And what slime is your best seller?
Cloud slime.
Cloud slime.
Cloud slime, and it's Candyland. I actually don't, it looks like cotton candy, which is why and it smells like bubble gum.
Cool.
Yeah, so this one is by far my most popular. And then I have another one, I didn't bring it today, but unicorn poop. That's very popular as well. It's a different texture. It's just a regular type of slime, but it's scented like strawberry and banana. It's got 4 colors and some unicorns inside. The kids just love it.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you.
My name is Chantal, and this is my friend Marlene, and we do this it's called Unique Acrylic Pour for the Cure, and I am doing this for the breast cancer. So a purchase from my table actually goes half to the CIBC Run for the Cure. So, and Marlene is our survivor. So when we do the run, Marlene is we run for Marlene. She had breast cancer, she survived it, and so yeah, this is how we do our funding for the run.
Well, I'm glad to hear you survived. Are you in training right now?
Nope.
Nope. When does training start?
Well, we do it all the time. We're really, really busy, and we walk a lot. And this year we're going to try to do it at the Beechwood Cemetery, because it's all a virtual run this year again, just like last year. So last year we went around Lac Limi, and this year the team is going to go around the cemetery.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yes.
So can you tell me a few of your favorite products you're selling?
My favorite is this one here, which is a bookmark ruler.
Ooh.
And so for the people that still read from books, because now with the Kobo or the electronics, you don't really need these, but this is one of my favorite, and also the carblings. So it's a little, you hang it with your rear view mirror, and it's a bling for your car.
That's cool, bling blow. And you're your own person. What is your favorite product at this table?
I love all of it.
The politician answer.
I like the paint pours, and I like all of it. I really do.
So how long have you been in business for?
2 years.
2 years, but we've been doing the run more than that.
Mm-hmm.
But the last 2 years I've been doing these products to help us reach our goal.
Official. So have you been able to make the jump online?
I've tried, but jewelry does not sell very well online. Because when you take the pictures of a cabochon, which these are all cabochons, it's a round glass, so every picture has a glare in it.
What's it been like running this business during the last year and a half of lockdown?
Very hard, actually. For the first year of the COVID, I did the online, and with the pictures not being so clear, it's not the greatest. But since the market has opened, I'm selling some, so it's just perfect.
Well, I'm glad to hear.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for the interview.
Welcome.
My name is Madeline Merritt, and I'm attending the University of Ottawa for Fine Arts, where I just started doing some painting and some more sculpture kind of things, and so I'm selling it here.
And how long have you been trying to sell your art for?
I started my business last summer, and since then I've opened a website and I've started coming to markets to sell my products too.
Can you show me a few of your favorite pieces?
Yeah, so this is an oil painting I did for a class. I sell prints of this one, and I also sell smaller prints of it as well. I think that's probably the fan favorite. It goes most for these kinds of things. I also have like these necklaces, which again, this is like, I've almost sold anything today, but they're probably most people's favorites.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing good.
Yeah, it's going great.
And can people find you on the internet?
Absolutely. My website is madelinemerritt.com.
So can you show me some of your pottery you worked on here?
Yeah, so these are some ceramics. They just came out of the kiln last week. I have some cups, some trays, and some vases and things like that. I like to use them to like keep rings on my bedside table when you take jewelry off at night. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Very cool. The strawberry one.
Yeah.
Very pretty. Can you
Thank
hold
you
that
so
up and show
much.
the camera?
Absolutely.
How long does it take to make a piece like that?
I would say a few hours to like sculpt it. You have to let it dry a little bit, then you have to come back to it, smooth it out, and then the painting again would take about another hour. And then of course several hours when it's in the kiln.
Okay, well thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely, it was nice talking to you.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm good.
So, what's your name, and can you tell me a little bit about your business?
My name's Ian, my wife is Nancy, and she does mandala art on what began with local stones, and then has since kind of branched out into doing it on other mediums.
And when did you start this business?
We started about a year ago, just at the beginning of the pandemic. We just started, we got the idea to paint rocks and leave them on the local pathways, so that's what we started doing. And we just kind of did it more frequently. We kind of became known in our local community as the rock droppers, because people would find our rocks on the river pathway and they take them home and stuff. So we just kind of go every weekend and replenish them, and it's kind of morphed into a business.
And what's it been like running this business during the lockdown?
It's been good. It's been great, actually. I think for us, as you know, just personally, because we could spend more time together. She's found a creative outlet that she absolutely loves, and that she's very good at as well. So it's been really good that way. And plus, now we've kind of got in touch with our local community even more by becoming a part of this, the Ottawa Artisans Market.
And have you guys been able to make the jump online?
Yes. We, my wife has a. You can find us at hoperockstudio.com, on Etsy, Hope Rock Studio, Instagram at Hope Rock Studio, or in the Ottawa Artisans in the store or online. Yeah.
And would you be able to show me some of your favorite pieces?
Sure. Some of my favorite pieces. This is one of my favorite pieces. Is the Lotus, and that's she actually has that tattoo. That's a copy of her tattoo. The coasters are my personal favorite, but I'm a coaster guy, and I love the plant pots. I'm a plant guy as well.
Oh, cute. And what's it like being in the Sunday Ottawa Artisan Market?
It's pretty good. We actually only signed up for every other week. Initially, this is the first time we've ever done a market, and we've been here every week except for one. We just kind of keep coming back. You know, we love our neighbors, we love the whole community. It's just fun being here. Even on like a slow, rainy day like this, we still like it. It's good fun.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.